see me? Huh? Okay.
Hey guys, Stephanie here. So today it's been raining absolutely non-stop and thundering and people on the road don't know how to drive. And my senior class was supposed to go to the Renaissance Festival today, but as fate would have it, the weather's too bad, so nobody could go, and since I didn't have the money, I was supposed to sleep in because none of my class was actually going to be at school, but that didn't happen, so I actually have to look nice. So your eyes aren't going to burn. So lately I've gotten a lot of homework and stuff that I gotta do, and that's all fun and stuff, but one of them is English. And see, we're learning about, wait for it, William Shakespeare. And I'm gonna hand it to you, I'm a writer and I wanna be, basically not be just like him, but write like him in similar styles, cause he's what I wanna match with my writing. So, you know, I kind of aspire to be like the dude, and so it's fun to kind of learn about him in that way, but you have to read some of his work. Now, don't get me wrong again, I love, you know, Romeo and Juliet, you know, tragic love story. Oh my god, I love him so much, I'm going to kill myself. But we have to read Hamlet. Now, honestly, this is apparently one of his greater works because it's so well known and everybody, a lot of people, love it. I, however, am flipping through this thing and I end up like this. I'm sure it gets better later on because there's this girl in my class who rants and raves about it. Oh my god, Hamlet this, Hamlet that, it's just so amazing. So I'm sure it gets better somewhere. But right now I'm having a really hard time just getting into it, and I have to have Acts 1 and 2 read by Friday. And so, for those of y'all who might be going through a similar situation with this, or you're just bored and you have nothing to do with your life and you want to watch me ramble on, I'm going to read to you The Wonders of Hamlet.
But it's gonna be slightly more interesting, hopefully.
I am ADHD, so I can't ever sit still and just read. I will fall asleep. Okay, I used to be able to sit and read for hours. I can't do this now. So, we're gonna do it slightly my way. We're gonna have a little fun with this. So without further ado, first off, for my reading of Hamlet, let's meet the characters, shall we?
Bernardo, a Danish soldier. Francisco, another Danish soldier. Marcellus, yet another Danish soldier. Horatio, Hamlet's friend.
Who's there? Nay, answer me. Stand and unfold yourself. Long live the king! Bernardo, you come most carefully upon your hour. 'Tis now struck 12. Get thee to bed, Francisco. For this relief, much thanks. 'Tis bitter cold, and I am sick at heart. Have you had quiet guard? Not a mouse stirring. Well, good night. If you do meet Horatio and Marcellus, the rivals of my watch, bid them make haste. I think I hear them. Stand ho! Who is there? Friends to this ground, and liegemen to the Dane. Give your good night. Oh, farewell, honest soldier. Who hath relieved you? Bernardo hath my place. Give you good night. Hola, Bernardo. Say, what? Is Horatio there? A peace to him. Welcome, Horatio. Welcome, good Marcellus. What? Has this thing appeared again tonight? I have seen nothing. I don't think he is. Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of him. Touching this dreaded sight twice seen of us. Therefore, I have entreated him along with us to watch the minutes of this night, that, if again this apparition come, he may approve our eyes and speak to it. No, it is not. Hush, hush, 'twill not appear. Let us once again sit down. Sit down a while, and let us once again assail your ears that are fortified against our story, what we have tonight seen. Well, sit we down, and let us hear Bernardo speak of this. Last night of all, when yon same star that's westward from the pole, he had made his... Can't read, man. Last night of all, when yon same star star that's westward from the pole had made his court to illume that part of heaven where now it burns Marcellus and myself, the bell then beating one. Peace, break thee off. Look where it comes again, in the same figure like the king that's dead. Thou art a scholar. Speak to it, Horatio. Look he not like the king? Mark it, Horatio. Most like. It harrows me with fear and wonder. It would be spoke to. Speak to it, Horatio. What art thou that upsert this time of the night, together with that fair and warlike form, in which the majesty of buried Denmark did sometimes march? By heaven I charge thee, speak. It is offended. See, it stalks away. Stay! Speak! Speak! I charge thee, speak! 'Tis gone and will not answer. How now, Horatio? You tremble and look pale. Can't turn the page. Before my God I might not disbelieve, without the sensible and true avouch of mine own eyes. Is it not like the king, as thou art to thyself? Such was the very armor he had on when he, the ambitious Norway, combated. So frowned he once when, in an angry parley, he smote the sledded Polacs on the ice. 'Tis strange. Thus twice before, and jump at this dead hour, with martial stalk hath he gone by our watch. In what particular thought to work I know not, but in the gross and scope of mine opinion, this bodes some strange eruption in our state. Good now, sit down and tell me, he that knows, why this same strict and most observant watch so nightly toils the subject of the land, and why such daily cast of brazen cannon, and foreign mart for implements of war, why such impress of shipwrights whose sore task does not divide the Sunday from the week? What might be toward that this sweaty haste doth make the night joint laborer with the day? Who is that can inform me? That I can. At least the whisper goes so, our last king, whose image even but now appeared to us, was, as you know, by Fortinbras of Norway, thereto pricked on by a most emulate pride, dared to the combat in which our valiant Hamlet, for so this side of our known world esteemed him, did slay this Fortinbras, who by a sealed compact, well ratified by law and heraldry, did forfeit with his life all those his lands, which he stood seized of, to the conqueror, against the which a moiety competent was gagged by our king, which had returned to the inheritance of Fortinbras. He had been vanquished as by the same comart and carriage of the article designed. His fell to Hamlet. Now, sir, young Fortinbras of unimproved metal hot and full, hath in the skirts of Norway here and there sharked up a list of lawless resolutes, food and diet to some enterprise that hath a stomach empty, which is no other as it doth well appear unto our state, but to recover of us by strong hand, and terms compulsatory those foresaid lands so by his father lost. And this, I take it, is the main motive of our preparations, the source of this our watch, and the chief head of this post-haste and rummage in the land. Yes, I think it will be no other but e'en so. Well may it sort that this portentous figure comes armed through a watch so like the king that was and is the question of these wars. A mote is to the trouble of the mind's eyes. In the most high and palmy state of Rome, a little ere the mightiest Julius fell, the grave stood Tantalus, and the sheeted dead did squeak gibber in the Roman streets. Whoops. As stars with trains of fire and dews of blood, disasters in the sun and the moist star, upon which influence Neptune's empire stands, was sick almost to doomsday with eclipse. And even like the precurse of feared events, as harbingers preceding still the fates, and prologue to the omen coming on, have heaven and earth together demonstrated unto our climatures and countrymen. But soft, behold, lo, where it comes again, I'll cross it, though it bless me. Stay, illusion. If thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good thing to be done, that may thee do ease and grace to me, speak to me. If thou art privy to thy country's fate, which happily foreknowing may avoid, I'll speak. Or if thou hast uphoarded in thy life extorted treasure in the womb of the earth, for which they say your spirits oft walk in death, speak of it. Stay and speak. Stop it, Marcellus. Shall I strike it with my partisan? Do, if it will not stand. 'Tis here. 'Tis here. 'Tis gone. We do it wrong, being so majestical, to offer it the show of violence, for it is as the air invulnerable, and our vain blows malicious mockery. It was about to speak when the cock crew. And then it started like a guilty thing upon a fearful summons. I have heard the cock that is the trumpets to the morn, doth with his lofty and shrill-sounding throat awake the god of day, and at his warning, whether in sea or fire, in earth or air, the extravagant and erring spirit hies. To his confine, and of the truth herein, this present object made probation. Some say that ever against the season comes, wherein our Savior's birth is celebrated, the bird of dawning strength all night long, and then, they say, no spirit dare stir abroad. The nights are wholesome, then no planet strike, no fairy takes, nor witch hath power to charm, so hallowed and so gracious is that time. So have I heard, and do in part believe it. But look, the morn in russet mantle clad walks o'er the dew of yon high eastward hill. Break we our watch up, and by my advice let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet, for upon my life, this spirit done to us will speak to him. Do you consent we shall acquaint him with it, as needful in our loves, fitting our duty? Let's do, I pray, and I this morning know where we shall find him most convenient. Alright, so that was Act 1, Scene 1. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not going to continue because I'm pretty sure you're bored to death of that. I actually found it pretty interesting reading over it in that sort of way. I might do a little bit of it later on as we do the rest of the story, but thank y'all for watching. It was so much fun, and be sure to like and subscribe to my channel because I love you all. I hope you love me. So I will see y'all next week when I post another video. So bye guys, have a great night. Keep being you.